Hello everyone and welcome back to The Dancing Philosopher. 2 weeks of isolation, guys. How's it going? Well, I'm starting to feel it, guys. I feel myself getting a little bit lower. The will for things is decreasing. I'm just not up for, it's just getting harder, and I've actually been thinking dirty thoughts, okay? I've been thinking, well, why the hell am I doing this? I really need to see my mate at the other side of London. I really need to get out more than once a day. I just need to get out. I'm not meant to be like this. I can actually feel my well-being, my mental health deteriorating. Then I thought to myself, well, why are we doing this? Why are we going through all this trouble? And I know the math. One person spreads it to three, and those three people spread it to others, etc. We're doing this to save lives, okay? And we're doing this to save the NHS or the health service that's in your country or whatever. And I just want to say to all of you who work in the national services like health and ambulances and the police, you are saving our lives, especially if you're in health, okay? We will talk about you the way we talk about people who landed in Normandy in 1944, or the Battle of Britain, or whatever. You're saving lives and putting yourselves in mortal peril for our sake. So, I mean, all we can do is appreciate and admire what you do. You're doing it for us, and we will not forget it. The last thing you want to do when you come home is to turn on YouTube and watch The Dancing Philosopher. You probably just want to go to sleep, and you've got another day of danger ahead of you. Having said that, hold on a second. I'll get back to you on that one, people. I will make an episode about how to dance when you're working in the hospital. I'll get back to you on that one, guys. It's just crossed my mind. Anyway, so to go back into the story, I started thinking all these dirty thoughts, and I thought, oh, I'm a bad person. I'm a really bad person. And when I think of bad people, I think, well, there's two people I think of. I think of Sauron in Lord of the Rings, Ashnaz Durbatuluk, or whatever the eye says, that scream. And then I think of Hans Landa in Inglourious Bastards, okay? Now, Hans, it doesn't get worse than Hans. Are you aware of my existence and what they call me? They call you the Jew hunter. Precisely. Oh, anyway. Even that, guys, I think is taking it too far. If you're thinking dirty thoughts like me, it's because it's natural. We're not meant to be in isolation. We're meant to be free people, right? We're meant to be out there doing stuff. If you are thinking about these things, don't think of yourself as a bad person. Just don't do it, okay? It's wrong. It's only gonna last a while, and we will save lives. Okay, so that's aside, let us do dancing. So the last few episodes I've been teaching us to dance without steps, because usually in a crowded pub or club or whatever it is. And our first episode we talked about the hip, how to move our hip, our lower body. Then we talked about the upper body stuff. Then we put the two together, see what it's like to coordinate our hips and our chest and stuff. And today we're going to do something called styling. Now, styling is something that dancers do to enhance their performance. It's actually the difference between the good dancers and the very, very good dancers. The very good dancers, yes, they've got their routines, yes, they're sharp on their technique, but they style. They communicate something to themselves, most of all, and then to the audience and to their partners, and it's beautiful. I'm going to introduce you to that, okay? And I'm actually going to put you down here so you can see my full body with the wonders of my kitchen. And basically, in beginners and Latin dance, they teach you two types of styles, okay? The first difference in style you're taught is between, the man and the woman style, between the lead and the follow, okay? And you basically have the same steps. Almost all Roman Latin dancing, the follows and the lead have exactly the same steps. They just do it in different orders. When the guy steps forward, the girl steps back, and vice versa, but they're usually the same steps. Usually the main difference, especially as you go higher in the levels, is the styling. So a male style, for example, we go something like this. It's going to be something big. and it'll be big and powerful, and there'll be a presence in terms of how they occupy their space. And a woman's style will be something like something a bit more graceful, a bit more feely and tactile. And that's the same steps, but different styles. Today I'm just gonna show you how to unlock that style, and it's almost always to do with your hands and your head. Okay, everything else is technique and what do you call this? And choreography. So today's drill, we are actually gonna go back to episode 2, where we learned how to go from side to side on the upper body, right? This time, we are going to use our elbows, okay? Our elbows. Elbows are very useful in dancing for whatever you want to do. According to Jim Hacker, and yes, Minister, they're also very good for politicians who are trying to get to the top and need to elbow out people. So Boris, if you're watching, this is for you. Hope you're getting better, by the way. What we're gonna do, rather than just press our chests to one side, we are going to follow that with our elbow, so that our elbow is relatively the same height as our shoulders, and then we're going to extend our hand and straighten it as if we're reaching far out for something. Now remember, just like in episode 2, everything is grounded. We're not tilting, we're not putting our weight on one side, we're just pressing one side of our body as far out as possible, and then bring everything back in. And we're going to do it to the other side. Press your side, the side of your chest to one side. Lift up your shoulder so that it's, your elbow so that it's the same height as your shoulder. And then reach out, and you should feel a nice good stretch. And then bring everything forward. Now it's important that when your elbows are up, that your shoulder doesn't pop up as well. It took me 3 years to master this. Every time my hands went up in ballroom, my shoulders went up as well, and I just needed to learn how to do everything in a more coordinated sort of way. So basically, side with the elbow and reach, and that's one. The other side, side, elbow, reach. 2. Side, elbow, reach. 3. Side, elbow, reach. 4. And if you do about 10 of these, you're okay. So that's not the end of it actually. There's also a little pretty trick that you can do to these exercises as well. When you've got to this position and you're reaching out, rather than just bringing everything back down, you may want to try and on your way back to leave your elbow out there, but bring your hand up rather than down. So you bring it that way and then bring your whole arm back to the center. So when you're out here, you reach, your elbow stays there, and you bring in your hand and then bring everything back down. Like so, reach. That's what it's meant to look like. Now, you may ask, this is so simple, this is not gonna help me with anything, but I tell you people, as I've said with all the other drills, do 2-3 sets of 10 of these in a day, and by the time you left isolation, the next time you go out partying or you go out dancing for whatever reason, you will find yourself with your with a bit freer, with your hands doing all sorts of things. You're no longer going to be dancing like this and artificially putting your hands up. It's going to be a bit freer, and you'll see it, and it'll look beautiful, right? And be able to do all sorts of things. You'll just feel it. It'll come naturally, and that's the whole point of these little exercises. Anyway, people, I hope you're all going to keep safe, and see you next time for episode 4. Mwah.